this story is not to scare anyone that want to give birth. Don't be scared, you know. It's just to inspire you, not to scare you, okay? I did anything you can think about. My baby was not coming forth. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great wherever you are. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Italy. I create content around lifestyle. Okay, so today's video I will be filming my experience with CS, my traumatic experience giving birth with CS. Okay, mine is also so scary. I have done this video, I deleted the video. I couldn't like upload it. I wasn't yet ready, but today I'm like, okay, I'm going to like film it. I've watched a lot of videos, a lot of women sharing their stories on YouTube, talking how they give birth, natural birth, CS and other stuff, and I watch a lot. And most times when I watch anyone that is close to my experience, mostly in the comment section, I always write that I would share my story someday. And before now I wasn't prepared. Even when I did even when I filmed one, I had to like take it down, I had to delete it because I wasn't really ready to bring it out, okay? But anyway, I have decided, you know, I made up my mind since this month, because this month is my son's birthday, it's Emmanuel's birthday. I have two sons. These two sons, I have different experience because I put to birth with my first son natural birth and my second son with CS. So I have two different experience. So, and my second experience was so scary. In fact, I thought I lost my life. I thought I was dead and I came back to life. You know, when I woke up in the hospital, I thought I was dead before and then I came alive. You know, it was also scary, and my pregnancy was so normal. Sometimes maybe when you're pregnant, the doctors can tell you that, okay, maybe some things are not going well, that they're going to like do CS for the person and all that. Mine was different. It wasn't that I was told that I'm going to like give birth with CS. I wasn't told initially. Everything was just normal and all that. But when I was 39 weeks, I was not having any contraction, and baby dates that they gave to me is also due, but I wasn't having any pain, I was not having any contraction. So when I went to the hospital, they told me that okay, that when I get to like so day, I should come back to the hospital, that they are going to like induct me, they are going to do induction for me and all that stuff. I really have not had any CS. I don't even know what induction was, but they explained it to me that they are going to give me an injection, and that is going to help me feel pain to get the contraction so that I can put to bed. So that's what the doctors told me. So when it got to that day, I went to the hospital and I was 41 week, 1 day pregnant. So at 41 week, 1 day pregnant, I went to the hospital. But before going to the hospital, like I told you guys before, I have two sons and you all must have been seeing them in my vlogs. So then Nicky, which is my first son, he was 13 or 12 years old, which means he's a little boy. And in Italy, I don't have anyone here. I only have myself, my husband, and my children. I do not have anyone. I do not have sisters or brother. Everyone is in Africa. So we decided, what are we going to do? Are we going to leave Nicky alone in the house, or are we going to take him along to the hospital? And I don't know where is he going to sleep. The bed they are going to give is only for me and all that. They're not going to bring two bed for me and Obi, you know. So we decided, and I also decided that my husband, that he should stay back home with Nicky. So he has to stay back home with our son. And I went to the hospital alone. Lo and behold, I was inducted around 4 or 5 p.m. Immediately they gave me that injection. After some minute I started feeling pain. I have never felt any pain like that in my entire life. I felt pain to the extent that I could not bear it. You know, like I said before, I have given birth with natural birth, and this one is a different experience entirely to me. When I gave birth with natural birth, someday I'll also share that story, but I decided to like share this story first. You know, when I gave birth with natural birth, I didn't even cry. With this induction, I cried and cried. I was crying, not only crying, I was screaming, shouting. And sometimes when the pain is too much, I will look for something, I will hold on that thing, I will hold it and try to bear. And I can't even, if I can't even bear the pain, I will shout and shout. You know, there was one Italian woman that was in that hospital there with me. She's also came that same day, and they inducted her. I was inducted before her. After 1 hour, the lady started feeling a contraction. Her contraction was now okay to the extent that she's going to push, and they took her away. And before I know it, she has given birth. I mean, I was there from that 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, about 8 to 9 hours in labor. Painful labor. I was crying, I was screaming, I was shouting. 9 hours labor, baby is not coming forth. Contraction is not up to the point that they are going to tell me, okay, let's take her to the theater to go and push. I did everything that you can think about. I went into the bath inside that place where they'll put water. You go there. A lot of women put to bed when they are even in the water. You know, I was there. I did all that stuff. My baby was not coming forth. I did anything you can think about. My baby was not coming forth. And it got to one point, the nurses are like, those ones that are on afternoon duty, they are like, okay, we are going to close, that they are wishing me well and all that. So I'm like, okay. They now close, and they now left. I was still there with all that pain. So it came to one point, and they came to check me that, you know, 9 hours is a long time, you know. So they came to check me, and they call it here in Italy monitorage, where they will be seeing the heartbeat of the child. They will also be seeing your contraction and all that, you know. So they did that, and the only thing before then, they gave me a paper that I should sign a paper that they are going to do an emergency operation for me to bring out my baby. And before then, they asked me that where is my husband, that my husband should come and sign the paper. So I now told them that, see the situation of things, that my husband didn't come with me because we have a little boy and there's no one to help us take care of him. So he has to stay back home with our son. So they are like, okay, if that's the case, you can sign it for yourself. So I have to sign the paper for myself. I told them that they shouldn't worry. You know, what will I do? The most important thing for me then is for my baby to come out alive, and me too, I should be alive. That's just the important thing there. So I told them, don't worry, I will sign the paper. After all, it is my life. So I signed the paper, and after signing that paper, after some hour, they came again, and they were checking me, checking my contraction, checking the baby, and the only thing I heard was, baby is not breathing, non-respira bene. I was scared when I heard, and up till today I never forget that word. It comes to my head once in a while. I was scared when I heard non-respira bambino, non-respira bene, which means baby is not breathing well, non-respira. So as they said that word, they are like, okay, let them quickly do the emergency. So it's like they were waiting that maybe I can put to bed naturally, maybe baby can come. When they saw that the baby is not really breathing the way he's supposed to breathe again, because the baby too has been stressed with that long hours of labor. He has been undergoing also stress in my stomach. So that's the only word I heard. After that, I saw like 50 people surrounding me, doctors, nurses. I'm like, where did all these people come from? Where are they coming from? I was like, what is happening here? So after that time, the only thing I saw was they were this one was checking here, that one was checking here. I became more scared. Everyone was doing one thing or the other on my body, you know. But when I woke up, the only thing I can say is that I was giving anesthesia, complete one from my head to toe. I have a lot of friends here in Italy. When they tell me their birth story, their experience with CS birth, giving birth with CS, a lot of them told me that they gave them the anesthesia from their waist to the leg. So they were able to, with their eyes were open, they were able to see when they are bringing out their baby, their own baby out of their tummy. They were able to see that experience. I didn't. Mine was so traumatic, and because it's an emergency, they didn't have to do that. Oh my God, I really so scary. I thank God for everything. I really thank God. Even before then, before they gave me that anesthesia, I was praying that God should help me, that I should come out alive, that my baby should also come out alive. Even as I'm saying this, I'm getting so emotional. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry on the screen, on the screen. I don't want to cry for you guys to see, but it's so emotional. It's so emotional. They now have to give me the complete anesthesia. In fact, they killed every part of me from the head to the toe. I didn't see when they brought out my baby. Like my other friends, they give them from the waist down, and they are able to see when their baby is brought out. And when their baby is brought out, they will now give them their baby to carry, But mine wasn't like that. Mine was complete anesthesia from head to toe. They killed everywhere. So after that time, I didn't know anything again, because I was not alive. It's as if I was gone. So when I woke up, there was the gas in my nose. Everywhere was covered like this. They covered everywhere. That the thing that they used to breathe. They put the gas here. So that's how I woke up. And when I woke up back to life again, I was like, oh, what happened? I now asked, where am I? Where is my baby? I looked at the other side. I saw the cloth I gave them to wear my baby, and I now became scared again. I now asked them, that's the cloth I gave you people to wear my son. So where is my son? Please, you people should tell me what happened. What is happening here? And they are like, your son is alive. Your son is alive. Don't worry. I started crying again, because a mother, you just came out alive. You'll be like, are they lying? I'm like, okay, but you people, why didn't you people wear him that cloth now? Why is he not wearing the cloth I gave you people to wear him now? So they are like, don't worry. When your husband come in the morning, we are going to take your husband to see him, and he will come and let you know that just try and sleep. So after that time, my husband came the next day morning, and they took my husband to see Emmanuel, and he saw him, and he came down, he and Nikki, they came down to tell me that he's fine. And I asked the doctors, why did you people take him upstairs? They are like, he's so big. Emmanuel was 5 point something kg, over 5 kg. He was so big, big. If I can see some of the baby pictures, because I'm not the picture type, I will just put 1 or 2 here for you guys. So he's so big. Even up to today, he's very big. He's a big boy. So they are like, it's over 5 kg, that they have to take him up. Sometimes when you give birth, if your baby is underweight, they'll take them up. I don't know what they call the room to, maybe, I don't know what they'll do to them. But if the baby is also overweight, they also take them up. So since he's overweight, they took him upstairs to go and maybe drain out some fat, some water, like they told me. So after everything, they are like, okay, everything is okay with me, that everything is normal. I just thank God for my life, and I also thank God for the life of my son Emmanuel. God is so faithful. He was there for me. He was there for my family. He was there for my son, and I came back alive, and I didn't die. My son didn't die. I thank God. I'm so emotional here. I really don't want to cry. So yeah. So as I was saying, another thing happened, and they are like, you're going to go home after 3 or 4 days. I'm like, okay, no problem. So you know. And like if I don't poo, I cannot go home. I did not poo did not come. And there was one of my friend that came to tell me one story like that she didn't poo, and when she didn't poo, they now told her that you cannot go home, you have to stay here. She's like, no, she will go home. And she went home. Something happened, terrible happened to her. And when she explained that to me, she had to run back to the hospital. Only God saved her life. So I'm like, oh, since this my friend told me this story, me, I must make sure I poo here before going home. So I couldn't even poo. So they had to come and put one air something in my buttocks. They put it in the buttocks to help me to poo. At the end of the day, I pooed, and they're like, okay, you are now very, very okay and perfect to go back home. But the problem is, you will be discharged. Your son is not going to be discharged with you. Your son is going to stay here with us. I started crying again. That, so you mean I will be going home without my son? Those that will come and greet me, what am I going to tell them? So when they come to greet me now, I'll be telling them that my son is still in the hospital. You know, we Africans, you know, sometimes the way we think and all that stuff. So I was so angry. I was so disappointed. I was down. I was depressed. And I think my husband too was depressed, because you know, they ended up discharging me without my son. So my husband, right from when they discharged me, on the way home, he didn't talk to me again. I felt more depressed. I was like, what is wrong with this man? With all the pain I went through, with all the suffer, everything, he's not talking to me. I felt so depressed. I felt so sad. That night, I was praying and praying and praying that something should happen, that they should just call me the next day to come and carry my son. So the next morning, my phone rang. It was them. They were like, I should come and carry my son. That my son cried throughout the night. He cried and cried that they did not rest. And they are like, he's very, very okay, that we should come and carry him that morning. So the next morning, we went there to carry him. Immediately, we took our son as we were going home. In fact, when they called, immediately they called, my husband started talking to me. But it was so bad, so terrible, so sad that he didn't talk to me. And I guess he too was depressed alongside with me, because baby didn't come home with us immediately. So that is my traumatic story, birth story. Let me know, are you a mom? Have you had any experience with CS? Let me know in the comment section, and please consider, or rather subscribe to this channel. Press the red button, press it, put it into all, so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. I will someday also come and share my experience giving birth with natural birth. Yeah, so this is where I'm going to end this. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much for watching, and please also help me to give the video a thumbs up, as it helps the algorithm to move my video and make my channel grow. And also please help me to share this video to your friends, family, loved ones, because it wasn't easy for me to come and film this birth story vlog. Another thing here is this file. If you are giving birth to a baby here in Italy, they normally give us this file. This is the file they will give you, so you can put everything as pertaining to your baby here in this file, so that in future, if you need it, you can always go and like find it and take a look at every process that went through when you put to bed. Another thing is, this is my baby in the womb when they scan him. He's so cute. This is Emmanuel scan. I also have a lot here. I have this one. I also have this one, you know, when it was in the tummy. So this is it. So guys, if you watch up to this point, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see my next video. I'll see my next one. Signing off.